Billy back here with Broship of the Nerds. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you could take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, I would appreciate that if you're feeling like it. So today we talk about Never Have I Ever. Never Have I Ever is a show on Netflix about Davy and her family. We start out where her dad passes away during one of her orchestra performances, and her family dealing with the loss of him. It makes Davy lash out, and she's really struggling at the start of the show. She had this whole idea of what her life would be like, and then after losing her dad, that all changes, and she doesn't know who she is without her dad there, and she feels like her dad was the loving one, and that her mom was like unsupportive. So that's kind of where we start the show, and James McEnroe is the uh, narrator for the show for the most part for Davy. There's other narrators for different characters, but that's where we pick up. And there are 4 seasons of this on Netflix, 10 episodes each. They're like 25 to like 32 minutes. So they're pretty short episodes, but I have to talk about the final season without giving too many spoilers. And I will talk about each character that I think's important for the final season. So the final season, you know, Davy's been dreaming of Princeton since she was little. She wanted to go where princesses were, and her dad said, well, there's no school for princesses, but there's Princeton. So that's kind of her dream. So Davy's trying to get into Princeton. It's all she can think about. They have a, college fair and stuff. And so this has to be, in my opinion, we've seen the growth of Davy since the show started, and we've seen her grow with the relationship with her friends, her family, boyfriends, that sort of thing. But to me, the message of the show, at least the way I took it, maybe it's from my perspective, was that the most important relationship you're ever going to have is with yourself. And Davy realizes that. She gets mad at other people, but then she realizes, hey, maybe I'm the one who needs to change here. So I really like that part and that message in the show. Um, it was really cool to see that. So we have Davy. She's the main character, absolutely a badass, and she raises some hell whenever she needs to. So that's really cool about her. Her friends, Eleanor wants to become an actress, and I think her character's fun. She's really goofy, and sometimes it is almost too serious when it comes to the acting, but I think that's what makes the show fun is these different blends of characters. Fabiola Torres, absolute queen. She totally slays, and I love her character. She is who she is, and is not afraid to show that as much now. At first, we meet her; she's kind of like to herself, and she still is in a way, but she's becoming more bold, standing up for what's right. Um, she has a robot that's like aware, and it's awesome. Like she's just such a great character, and I absolutely think she's probably one of my favorites in the show. Fabiola Torres is awesome, so thank you for that character. She's fun, like I said, goofy, but so the three of them together are just awesome, and they're all incredibly smart. But Fabiola to me is like a genius, and so that blend is awesome. Davy's always getting in trouble. Fabiola is like never getting in trouble, and Eleanor is sort of in the middle. And then we have Anise, but Anissa. She wasn't really in this final season very much. I don't know if she had other projects or they just didn't have much for story. But I really liked her character in previous seasons, so I was kind of surprised to see her take a back seat. But it's always been about the main three. I just felt like they could have given her more to do. But I do like her character a lot earlier. Uh, Margot, kind of don't like her. It's almost like she's like preppy, and um, I like her character growth as well, and she has every right to be mad at Davy. It's just they didn't really give her a lot either, and I felt like there could have been more there for her. Uh, and this is me not trying to say the show like I love the show, but I'm just saying like things they could have done differently, but they make up for it. And then we have the grandma who Patsy, she's awesome. Absolutely hilarious. Uh, she has a boyfriend named Lynn this year season, and those two together are just funny. Lynn's very chill, very laid back, and Grandma is like the opposite. And then you have, of course, Davy's mom, who I really like because she is that consistent, like supportive yet firm mom, and she even learns more about like how to be a mom as the show goes. So, it's a learning process for everybody being a single mother like that. And then we, of course, we have her. I don't know why my nose itches today. We have her cousin, and I really like her too. And she's trying to decide what she's gonna do, and she turns down a really good job offer because she's afraid of leaving her family behind. And her character I've always liked. She's really pretty, and she is just such a sweet character and so good for Davy that those two work really well together. Okay, now we have Ben, and Ben is Davy's rival, and he's such a good character because he's always been him. He's more serious and really wanting to do well in school, and that's what the charm of him is. Like early on, it's like, oh my god, this guy's annoying, but as you get to know him more, he's really a good guy. It's just like it just takes a while to get there. Paxton Hall Yoshida. Oh my gosh. So Paxton is great, and he has such a casual like tone and demeanor about him that he just seems like a really cool dude. He seems like someone you would go hang out with, get a group of people and party with. He seems really fun. Um, and the actor portrays him really well. And in this season, he's going to college, and let's just say he has some struggles, but he sort of needed a kick in the butt to figure out who he was. That's all I'll say about him. Um, and now we have my favorite guy in the show. That's right, your boy Trent. Trent is so funny. There's one line I'm going to tell you that isn't a major spoiler. He goes, "Whoa, you just like you look like you just seen a goat." And Eleanor's like, "Don't you mean ghost?" And he's like, "No." He's just such an off the wall, funny, quirky character that he reminds me of myself in some ways, but he's really like good natured and caring, and he tries to help people, but he's so relaxed that sometimes his advice only works for himself, not for others. And he's just fun. Like there's a lot of points in the show where I was rewinding parts because I wanted to hear the funny line again because I was laughing so hard that I missed some dialogue. So I had to like go back because he's just a blast. And then you have Mr. Shapiro, who is just a great teacher. And we didn't see as much of him in here, but he's fun too. So I will say this: I've watched a lot of shows, a lot of Netflix exclusives. Um, Emily in Paris, Stranger Things, Wednesday, um, that and Never Have I Ever, of course, that we're talking about now. Just to name a few. But when I look at my movie and show list, it's like a mile long of what I've watched. Like when it says watch again, the list goes on for a long time. Um, I will say this has got to be the most satisfying ending to a show I've ever seen. They did a 4 season deal, and I would love to see a movie in the future. But I will say that they ended on a high note. They didn't keep going with the show until you felt like it wasn't believable or you got too bored of the characters. They left when everything was at its peak. And I would rather have that. There's a lot of shows where they hype up the finale or the final season, and then it just is a letdown because they're trying to do too much in the final episode. For the final episode, I felt like they didn't try to do too much, and the relationships, people get so obsessed with the ships, and I'm glad that that wasn't that wasn't forced on us. Like I got the ending I wanted for the relationship I wanted, but to me it wasn't like forced down your throat. It wasn't every episode. They went through their trials. It wasn't like, okay, these two, these two, these two, we're going to shove them in your face as a couple the whole show. I like that they made them struggle throughout the show. Like it wasn't easy for either of them. And we finally got the ending we needed and deserved. So thank you to Netflix, the cast, anyone involved, Never Have I Ever. That was such a great show, and I look forward to seeing what other gems Netflix comes out with. Right now, I'm watching um, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I know came out a while ago, but I'm just now watching it because I wanted to get caught up with the Riverdale universe. But yeah, guys, Never Have I Ever, two thumbs up. 4 seasons, episodes fly by. You'll find yourself watching like 3 to 4 episodes in a day. If you just have a couple hours to kill, you'd be like, next episode, next episode. Next thing you know, you finish the series. I would say when the seasons came out, I would finish them in probably a week tops, week and a half. So that's how great these are. Well, guys, thanks for watching. And like I said, leave a comment. Tell me who your favorite characters are. What was your favorite moment this season? Did you enjoy the season finale? And what would you like to see as far as the future goes? Would you like to see a film about the college years or after college? Or would you rather see them maybe do like a new season way down the road? Let me know your thoughts of Never Have I Ever. This is Billy signing off, and we will see you at the next one.